let's talk about J.K. Rowling and the feminine penis that she has been going on about quite significantly. But in her defense, it's because it's constantly talked about by the trans lobby, I guess we'll call it. But anyway, so recently the Times published this article, The Absurdity of Police Logging Rapists as Women. Now, this is police in Scotland, because Scotland is a horrifically woke hellhole. Police have been criticised for saying they will record rapes by offenders with male genitalia as being committed by a woman if the attacker identifies as female. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not, if you were a male rapist, just identify as female? You avoid going to male prison that way. And Police Scotland said they would log these rapes as being carried out by a woman if the accused person insists, even if they have not legally changed their gender. So literally, you've got Baz, just walks, gets arrested. He's like, yeah, I'm a woman now. I guess we'll record that. The former Scottish Justice Secretary asked Police Scotland how it would deal with recording rapes after these new laws take effect. And Gary Ritchie, the Assistant Chief Constable, set out scenarios where a rapist could be recorded as a woman. They included where a person born male obtains full gender recognition certificate and then commits a rape, and where a person who is born male but identifies as a female and does not have the certificate commits a rape. So literally, you just have to say it. That's it. That's the barrier to entry now. And so an Alba Party MP for East Lothian, having defected from the SNP, said, as a lawyer of 20 years and Justice Secretary for almost 8, I've seen some legal absurdities, but this tops it all and is dangerous. It is physically impossible and is about dogma overriding common sense. Women prisoners are being harmed by this and vital crime statistics are rendered useless. I mean, is he wrong?
No.
How are we going to... Why are all these women suddenly getting a bit rapey?
I mean, the number of female rapists has skyrocketed in recent years.
Yes.
Who's done this?
The SNP.
Yeah.
So the plans to reform the Gender Recognition Act were shelved by the SNP last parliamentary term because of internal divisions and concerns about women's rights. Define woman, SNP. But the SNP and Greens power sharing at Holyrood has committed them to completing the process. And so they're committed to something that is rending their party in two. It's currently, the definition of woman is currently destroying Scottish politics and the SNP's grip on Scotland.
But also the criminal justice system.
And the criminal justice system. And the very notion of statistics.
Dude, it's just on college campuses. Don't worry.
Just the definition of woman is just destroying Scottish politics and society. Isn't this wild, right? And so J.K. Rowling has been following this very, very closely, and she happens to have a very large megaphone because she's J.K. Rowling, and tweets out this: war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The penest individual who raped you is a woman, with a link to this Times article. You can imagine this went down well.
I mean, I like the shout out there. I remember that used to be part of our merch.
Oh, did it?
The merch John designed where it was like, it's like the Orwell freedom is slavery, except of course trans women are women, which, neat.
Yeah, I don't think she was actually referencing us, but anyway, the replies to this were something entertaining. This first one by Stephanie, just, again, all verified check marks. Seriously, and just randomly quoting Orwell, like all those people who never opened any of his books. She's not randomly quoting Orwell, you brainlet.
Like, it's relevant to the point.
Specifically, like, you are being forced to believe that the antonym is the thing. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The person with a penis is a woman.
I hate this...
it's not random.
This, like, stupid critique people use a lot of the time. Like, you've referenced Orwell, I bet you haven't read the book. And it's like, you're talking to J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, I think of all people who may have opened a book in her time,
yeah.
J.K. Rowling's probably up there. But again, you don't have to actually have read 1984 to know the point of it. I mean, it's so endemic in the culture now that this is an obvious reference because you are trying to make people believe things that aren't true. But anyway, moving on. Next one. Daniel decides to chip in. Love is peace. Freedom is acceptance. Understanding is strength. Trans women are not a danger to society. J.K. Rowling loves to fuel hate towards a whole group of innocent, beautiful people.
Innocent, beautiful people.
Whole group. Every single one of them.
Sorry, hang on. The words she used were the penest individual who raped you as a woman.
Yep.
Beautiful, innocent people.
Yep. But that penest individual is a trans person, and therefore they're beautiful and innocent.
Rapists are beautiful, innocent people.
According to Daniel.
Do they not know how they look? I mean, evidently with that profile picture, but you know what I mean.
It's wild.
Like
22,000 likes. This is not like a rare opinion on Twitter for some reason.
what do you think of the poor oppressed rapists?
Yeah, I mean, should we take a look at one of these poor oppressed rapists?
Group of people. Do we want them in the Equality Act? Like, you can't discriminate against men, women, gay, straight, rapists, non-rapists.
Yeah, they're protected category now. Like Chloe Thompson, in fact. Do you remember this article?
Yeah.
Teesside woman accused of exposing penis and masturbating in public.
Woman exposing her penis.
Not
Any other
anything
women?
absurd about this. A woman accused of indecent exposure, masturbating in public, and using a sex toy in a public place will stand trial. Chloe Thompson is charged with committing a public nuisance by indecently exposing her penis to other members of the public.
This is still up. That's what I find amazing. Like, they still haven't corrected this.
But
Okay.
trans women are not a danger to society. When one masturbates out of a window, that's progressive.
But this is the thing. This is just the assumption that they're angels
Yeah, innocent, beautiful person is Chloe Thompson, according to Daniel.
rather than people.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so this carried on. Vice magazine were quite furious about it. J.K. Rowling just won't stop attacking trans people online. Did she?
Well, she punched him in the face.
I mean, where was the attack?
Send
She's,
them death threats.
you know, all she's saying is, look, I'm not going to believe that women have penises.
Well, specifically rapists as well.
Well, yeah. But they say J.K. Rowling is apparently still fixated on portraying transgender women as predators.
What?
That's not what I took from it, but okay.
What? Hang on. No. She was saying that there are rapists. Who are trans.
Rapists are predators.
And you're like, didn't you know that all trans people are predators?
You're saying, yeah, exactly. This is literally like them saying, well, orcs represent black people, you know.
It's like, no one else is
Rapists
saying
represent
that.
trannies, you know. It's like, what?
No one else said that.
Yeah, no, that's what they've brought to this.
Vice News is like, did you know all the trannies are rapists? No? Like,
But what I find really interesting about this is the responses from Queer Eye star Jonathan Van Ness, who tweeted, the biggest threats of violence against women have always been cisgender men, not trans women, unless JK's constant transphobic cherry-picked vitriol convinces you otherwise. But as trans women are assaulted, deprived of work, killed and raped, JK is safe in her mansion. I mean, sure, there's just about numbers alone, surely there are a tiny number of trans women. But the question is about our representation of reality, not who is vulnerable to danger, what we are being forced to say and believe. And if a woman can pull out her penis and masturbate in public, then maybe we need to think about this. But anyway, J.K. Rowling is being roundly deplatformed from everything, frankly. They just can't stand her. They're going to get rid of her in every way, shape or form. Even the real-life Quidditch game is changing its name to get away from J.K. Rowling.
I don't know how common this is outside of the Anglosphere, but if you go to universities as well, you can always find Quidditch clubs.
It's cringe.
Yeah, it's a bit cringe. There was one at my uni. You just kind of watch them walking around and you're just like, grow up.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. But we're going to get into just how cringe Quidditch is, right? So the real-life sport of Quidditch, inspired by Rowling's Harry Potter book, will change its name because of her anti-trans positions, right? Can we scroll down a bit? There's a picture of them, right? Like in the film, or in the book, I imagine as well. You click on Story Continues, I think it's got pictures. Oh, no, it doesn't. But basically, these people hold brooms and run around.
Yeah, because flying isn't real.
No.
So it's just a bunch of guys and girls walking around with brooms in between their
Yes.
legs. It's really weird.
It's really cringe.
Yeah.
It's just so childlike. And it's like, okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to stop them doing it or something, but like,
It's sport, I guess.
it's embarrassing.
Something
too.
to do.
But anyway, they said, right, they've begun selecting a new name. I can't wait to see what the new name is. We used to be Quidditch, but now we're what?
Well, it's Quidditch she, her. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, it's because they want to distance themselves from her. Amazing that they think, hey, we're the sad larpers who play Quidditch on the weekends. We really want to distance ourselves from you. It's like, okay, freak, God,
I don't know if J.K. Rowling has an opinion on the university Quidditch teams.
I imagine she thinks they're deeply embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because I would if I were her. Yeah. But anyway, the thing is, though, they wrote that the sport has developed a reputation for being one of the most progressive sports in the world on gender equality and inclusivity. It includes a gender maximum rule, which requires teams not to have more than 4 players of the same gender on the field at the same time. What?
Because if it was all men, they'd dominate.
I guess so. But they say the group said they believed it was imperative to live up to this reputation. Also, now they've got a reputation to protect, right? In all aspects of
Not
their
the Quidditch
operation.
team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh God, the good name of the Quidditch team. And it would be a name change would be a step in that direction. I believe that Quidditch is at a turning point. We can continue the status quo and stay relatively small, or we can make big moves and really propel this sport into its next phase, says the executive director, Mary Kimball.
Chat's having a go at trying to rename it. Someone's gone with Quidditch. Maybe the new one.
I mean, I'm not saying no.
There's another one there, but I can't read that one. So.
But yeah, apparently the real life version involves running around while mounted on broomsticks, but not flying on them. So not real Quidditch. But and finally, J.K. Rowling wasn't invited to the 20-year Harry Potter reunion because she's a bigot.
Yeah. I also saw her name got deleted. I think you talked about this last time. I actually got and watched the clip where it's like the intro, J.K. Rowling invites you, and now it's Warner's Brothers invites you. Not even part of the project anymore.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because...
Doesn't she still own all the rights? Because I think
of course she does, yeah.
Because she could just be like, get effed.
But have you not seen in progressive circles them trying to essentially move beyond Harry Potter at this point? I've seen the campaign, oh no, actually the writing was terrible. Oh, actually it was always regressive and problematic. And it's like, yeah, you used to love this. You know, who are you convincing?
You guys used to go to protest so much with Harry Potter references that the meme "read another book" came into existence.
Exactly. You know, you framed everything through Harry Potter, and now you're like, oh, but she's a bigot. It's like, oh god, too bad. But anyway, yeah, she was. Rowling hadn't said why she's not invited, but everyone knows why she's not invited. It's because she's horribly, horribly problematic.
Because she dares to say that rapists are rapists, trans rapists are rapists. Can we accept that? No?
I mean, I think that even they would agree that a trans rapist is a rapist, but the question is the person with the penis a man or a woman?
I'm not even sure they accept that they're a rapist. Because, of course, remember, women can't rape anyone, so what happens now?
I don't know. We'll go to the Scottish Parliament to find out. But again, this whole question is just ripping Scotland apart. Like, it's actually destroying their politics. But they don't know what to do about it.
Good.
It's just ridiculous.
I mean, I always wanted an end to politics anyway, and if this will do it.
just abolish the definition of woman. But anyway, that's all I've got on that one. Yeah. It's just like, this is just wild. Everyone is insane.
If you enjoyed that segment from the podcast, The Lotus Eaters, you can go to lotuseaters.com to get access to all the premium content we have on the site, such as this interview, which I did with Miles Routledge, or Miles of Kabul, as he is better known, or Miles of Sudan, which he is currently known. God, I hope he gets back alive from that. Anyway, if you'd like to find out what happened in Kabul, go and give that a watch. And if you'd like to get updates on what's coming out on the site, you can always follow us on Getter at lotuseaters_com. Thank you and goodbye.